All right, shout out to everyone on the stream. Thank you guys for watching and jumping on in to the crypto sphere, to the crypto world. I have some bad news, man. Right off the bat, I think ETH is going to go down. I'll show you what I see happening for ETH right now. All right, well, we hit this level here, which I had drawn already. Isn't that strange? And we didn't even have it as a previous level on USDT. So it goes to show you that people without pivots, I mean, I'm saying we're going to start using pivots. Shout out to BS Social Swap. But look, I use no pivots here at all. Nothing. ETH hasn't been done with USDT back when it was in an all-time high. So this is a new pair. If you look at the chart, go to like the 3-day. Actually, no. Now I'm full of old shoes. So look, I took it from right here. But all I'm saying is a lot of times I do find targets without using anything but mere just the pennant. The pennant will give you the target. But look here, we hit this level here. So I drew a green line. And I drew another green line here, here, and here. Probably if I go to like the daily or the 12-hour, it'll make more sense. But I got them from previous price action. Okay? I was looking at it. I just want to show you precisely so you can just do exactly what I did in the late future to another coin. This is getting annoying. See? Hit there, hit there, hit there. So I just got these levels clearly from the price. Okay? See that? 716. Almost exactly. You see that? Peaked up to 727 with a wick. And then we go back to the future. Or to the present. And you'll see, oh wow. Crypto lifer. How did you know that the price was going to stop right at around 716, 718? Because I'm a magician, guys, and I'm psychic, and no. Because previous resistance is true later on in life, and you'll see it all the time. All the time. No. I think you're right. I think we're going to need pivots. We're going to need something. People rely on fib extensions, pivots, all different stuff to get through. I don't know exactly what helps the most. It depends. So it depends on the situation. I like the pivots. I'm getting into pivots. I think they're a good idea. So let's take a look at Ethereum right now. Now on the daily, just had a cross with one bar. To me, that tells me there's some more juice coming. You know, we had a little bit of a pullback. That's fine. Looks like there's some more juice coming. That's what the daily says, so to speak. You can see my target up here is about 809. I'll show you if we clear away all the nonsense. I had that previous support and resistance, which I'll have to make again. But it's easy. You'll just go back to previous price action. We'll take a look at ETH, because everyone really wants to know, like, when should I buy ETH to get more Bitcoin? Maybe that's greedy. Maybe you should just hold your Bitcoin. But anyway, people will end up doing that and probably making a nice penny. So that puts ETH at 811. Even higher, maybe 815. Something like this. And now look, it's already halfway to its target. Did a beautiful retest. Up, down. Beautiful retest. Even back into the pattern in a way on the daily. Stokes looking great. Everything looks really good on the daily. Tells me that it's going to make it to a target. Make it to the target date, 814. Earl Wallace, claimed by the SEC in 2013, has passed statute of limitations. SEC has passed 5 years, and it's way past. Case will be thrown out. No one's talking about this. Why? Earl, I love you to death, but that's not true. They could have had the beginning of a case, but they didn't bring the case. You see what I'm saying? The case has been brought today. Now, if they wait 5 years from today, then you're right. 100% correct. You get what I'm saying? They were never in litigation. Never. So you can't break a 5-year statute of limitations when you haven't been in litigation. And I could be wrong. I'm not trying to tell you I know it all, but just not making sense. Yeah. Okay, so breaking down here, a little bit of a head and shoulders here on ETH2 USD, and that's kind of the target for it as well, which is pretty interesting. You know, if you were to kind of draw a neckline, something, it would be something like this. And then you would brought this to the head, swung this around to the one of the shoulder lines there. It's pretty close. Not bad. So, 4 hour wants to roll down. Stokes want to reset. Looks like we'll go sideways. I don't know if we're going to crack 700 again. Not for a little while. Looks like we're going to go sideways for a little bit. Let's take a look at the 1 hour to see if we already are. Yeah, see, we already are kind of beginning the pattern. 30 minute and 15 minute will extend the pattern. And see how that does that for you? And also now, maybe even 7 minute. Are we forming a head and shoulders? You know, which would bring us Alt T. I keep remembering is trend line. So you can hit Alt T and just, you don't have to go back here ever again. But it's old natures from old habits. And then it can create a beautiful BART back to about 645. So this is very possible for ETH, and this is what I see. But right now, the 7 minute wants to rip, which is good. That could propel us out. So I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. I'm saying this is a possibility. A possibility. Let's look at another possibility for ETH. You could say that, you know, it's in this falling wedge here. Somewhat of a bull flag. This was its pole, and this thing wants to break out. And that would be a temporary short-term target of 763 for ETH right here with the Stokes pointing up and everything nice. But on the 7 minute, you know, doesn't have so much weight, but this is something you could think about. So I gave you a bullish, I gave you a bearish. This is the 7 minute. So exactly, right? 1 hour gives us a better picture. And, you know, right now the Stokes want to reset on the 1 hour. And the 4 hour as well. So you got high Stokes in the 1 hour and the 4 hour. The daily no, though. So I say we retrace a little bit. Maybe 650 will be a nice place, you know, psychological support and everything else. So I think we kind of pull back a little bit to 650. What's going on, Jesse B? My man. Can you look at DGP? Yeah, why not? Just wanted to kind of focus on ETH for a second. I just sold ETH up to let everybody know. I really did. And I just sold Uni. I made like 90 bucks on each, so I made 180 bucks today. It was some people discussing Link down. Let's take a look at Link down. Let's give it some open-minded thought. Let's have a beginner's mind here. Now it's about to have a cross down here on the MACD, but also Stokes. And I found that Stokes override MACD. This is the thing I've been having. Everyone here say I or put a Y in the comment section if you've been at a place where the Stokes point up but the MACD turns down and you're not sure what to do. Say I if this is something that you're feeling. Because it gets me sometimes now. Because I didn't use Stokes for years. And I did fine. I thought they were just kind of, I don't know why. I don't know. I was kind of biased against them for whatever reason. Like I knew about them, but I was just like, So I've been there where the Stokes are about to point up, but the MACD is about to turn down. Something like this. Like that looks bearish as all hell. But then you're like, but the Stokes want to move to the upside. A little flat, right? So guys, I'm so live and everyone can hear you, but they love it. They think it's funny. They don't care. So anyway, forming a double bottom on the Stokes. To me, that's bullish. Right? Here's a place. So let's see what happens. Here's a place right here where we had the Stokes. We put the Y like, yeah, look, we put a line like right here. So here, look, we have the Stokes pointing, kind of getting low. They get real low right here. But then look, they're in line with the MACD. So what I think happens is the MACD just gets in line. So As the Stoke reset, the MACD is just going to have a very small bearish momentum. And that tells me that this is a good chance that this actually is going to go to the upside. Weird, man. More downside for Chainlink? But that's what the technicals say. I don't believe it. Doesn't make sense to me. That's what the technicals are saying right now. That this is a good play. We're also seeing heavy bullish divergence here. It's interesting, though. I also don't give too much credit to these. Because, like, what happens in a bull run when something rips? Like you know, is there a theta down? I don't think they have that token, right? Because, like, let's look at what happened to theta down. Like, what? So they don't have theta down. I'd love to see a token when something just goes absolutely parabolic. I just showed you the 1 day, man. It's not going to be any different than the 3 day. Look, you actually can't see anything on the 3 day. The 3 day really is like kind of sketchy. See? I don't know if you wrote that as I did this. Interesting, but maybe we had the same idea. Let's take a look at Link Up, though. Link Up looking bullish on the daily. How funny is that? With the Stokes low. So you tell me. You tell me if you can use these as an indicator. And, yeah. So if you take the look at this, right? Yeah, 3 day doesn't have that much information, in my opinion. It's a little sketch, you know? Look, it's a head and shoulder pattern on Link Up. And what I love to do, and I say this a lot, is I like to buy, like, a great... I'll tell you what, man. Little trick here is the bullishness of a bearish symbol here is when you do see the head and shoulder pattern, which this is like how low it should have went, something like this. It's pretty bullish. It didn't get all the way. And that's speculative whether that's the candle size or the wick size. If we took the candle size, probably something like that, right? And it's pretty spot on at this point. Anyway, so... and now we'll put this asset lower than it's ever been. So you can see there's a bottom for Link Up, too. Like, it's never been lower than about 450, 460, you know, except for this crazy wick down to 229. But besides that, like, this is the low. Interesting. So you have the same argument almost for Link Down that you can have for Link Up. Well, it gets so low. Look, it's so low. Well, look how down it can stay. So you could have said it's so low and it's ready to go here. And you could have said it's ready to go here. And look at the Stokes here and here. And there was little pumps for sure. Because things are going to oscillate, right? But do you want to bet your whole shebang on this? I don't know. It's not my bag. When I look at the facts here and I go back to Link. And I also, like I said, if you follow me here, if you follow me on TradingView, I called it down on Link here, like, pretty well. I think live, too, we were doing this, and I said, you know, I'll put this idea out live when I'm on the live. And I don't make a lot of published ideas. It's just not, like, something I'm doing. I forget to do it a lot. But check it out. If you check this out here. Because it's just insane. I like to see this stuff. To me, it's like what I live for. See, ban to break out didn't do its thing. Ban tank. This is a bad idea. We'll go over the bad idea. We'll show you the good ideas and the bad ideas. So I said that, like, this could retrace to the 706, put a circle here, or to the 786. And I said one of these two places, and it would form a beautiful double bottom, right? And if you press play, what you do is you get to see what happened with the price, because this is the day, November 26th. Link to retrace. Now, at the time, Link's at 1193. Coming back down from a high of like 1590. And I think Link to retrace below $8, possible low of 7, then a bounce to 2025 is what I saw, because then it would make like a rounded bottom. It would fight through the chop, create consolidation, boom up, hit the level, break the high, and then do that 40% up. Possibly an Adam and Eve double bottom too. We could almost make this a sharp angle. That's why I start using the days more pivot, focused on Pattern and fib, and sometimes EW, Elliott wave. And look, this just boom, like it came, like here's my circle. We could zoom. I like to zoom in on this. Hold on, for you guys, for a second, and I'll zoom back out. But should be a quick setting for that, right? But if you see here, there's my circle right there where I think the price would hit, which is the 706, and that's exactly what happened. Like, look, boom, 851, order filled, you know, on the low, catching it. And to me, yeah, I think there could be some more chop in the 618 to the 0.5 here. So we could get as low, I think, here as 988 one more time, couple times. But see how quick the wick was too on that daily. Like that was a quick day, couple, you know, and then we were out. So I think you'll get it, but you'll get it for a small period of time. I agree. So after the bounce here on Link, do we retrace again? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's take a look here. After big retracements here to the 706, we would come up and fight next levels on the fib, which I think this is what we're going to do, you know. So I'm not ruling out we won't kind of wick through, possibly to 924, but I feel like that's the lowest we'll see for Link. And you have to remember, Link in August or June, July, you know, like let's say May, June was like $1.74, $3. So like it's amazing how much it's done, right? And it's funny how they all like to mimic Bitcoin. They all do. Bitcoin's run up to 20K, right? It's dropped down. It's bear market. It's weird run up to 13, 14K last June. And then it's strange down low, you know, consolidation and fight. And then it's triumphant boom. Very similar. And if you look at a lot of coins and you look for the patterns, you're going to see them everywhere. And it's really interesting because there's no clear trend on coins. There really isn't. That's a really good point, PS Social Swap. I like that you said that. Lots of traders are on Link. Yeah, people like Link. It's just accumulated. What I do is buy $25 worth of it a week, right? That way I don't worry about it. You know, when the price is really high, sometimes I do shut it off. If I see it's getting pumped, I go and I pause the accumulation, you know, but if not, I let it run. I let it run and I get as much as I can out of it. Okay. You want to see me twice? Does that help? Is it latent? Anyway. Let's see what's going on here. We'll make this smaller again. Well, there's my old sign, remember? And let's get some music going. I'm sorry about that, guys. Made it a little flat. 17 people watching on the stream. 4 likes. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. You called it the new stable coin. Laughing my butt off. Well, it's been a stable coin for a long time. There's been a lot of times. Remember when it was at $4? Bitcoin's tanking. Every altcoin in the world is tanking. Dot goes from like 410 to like 405. Like it just barely moves, and like everything else is just. And then things are ripping, and Dot just goes up a little bit. You know. It's crazy how much. Especially a coin like that went up so high, only to retrace yet again. I find that interesting. Like Dot is very, very interesting. You know, it's like, what are you doing, Dot? You know, like what are you up to? So it's a slow mover, and it's the large market cap and the ability to stake. Everyone gets that coin and stakes it immediately. There's just too many benefits for that. And I think what creates that is, what's good about it is it creates a lack of volatility, right? And am I wrong? I'm assuming that? Because I'm not saying that's a guarantee. That's my own hypothesis. I know it seems, you know, kind of next door neighborish, like obvious duh. But some people don't get that concept, and they don't understand what I'm saying. Just want to know in the comment section right now, like, what do you guys think of that, what I just said there? You know, it's important that I get some feedback, because otherwise I'm just kind of swimming in the dark, you know? Let's get a check over at Fiat Weekly as well. Ever wonder what my desktop is? It's me taking a shot of a drone.
Colorful Flowers by Tokyo Music Walker.
We heard it first from the robotic woman.
Over You by Och.
Okay, cool. And I like to just take a look at Fiat Weekly, Fiat Leakly, Fiat Leak. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. That thing just doesn't work anymore. And I said that like a few days ago. I said I don't think everything's at extreme greed. So, you know what? Pullback will come. Now it's like, okay, 30K. Can you believe that now, though? We're saying that? Pull back to 30K? Let's take a look at Link. Let's really analyze Link for what it is right now. I'm gonna kind of give you guys my whole real breakdown here. What I think could happen. The most staked coin in money. Yeah, it really is. I think 70% of DOT is staked or something like that. So I wasn't crazy to say that. Yeah. That's why I called it the new stablecoin, because it just seems like it's not going anywhere. Jesse, DGB CEO quit project in summer. Maybe that's why you pissed, because it doesn't pump as much anymore. I found that out an hour ago. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Shout out to all the crypto lifers out there. If you're a crypto lifer, please put a thumbs up in the comment section. I want to make you guys do a little something today. If you're a crypto lifer, put a thumbs up in the comment section. Let's see that dedication, man. Let's see it. Let's see it. We're going to break down Link right now. Get loose, too. I want you guys to move around. Like, if you're watching the stream, crack your neck one way. Crack your neck the other way. If you have to grab a hand like this. Oh, that just got a nice crack. A little chin move. You know, rotate. Pop those air pockets in your neck. Release. Release. You know, just get loose, man. Get loose. Get ready to be a lifer for the rest of your life. All right, check it out. Check it out. After I've brainwashed you with my shenanigans, let's take a look at Link right now for what it is on the daily. Okay. Forget all the hype and what anyone's taught us. Say we're beginners with beginners' minds, and we didn't know anything except for what we saw in front of us. We didn't listen to the hype, the nonsense. We just did our thing like lifers do, man. Okay. 200-day moving average. Wick down, but we're getting caught. Little save, little handout, little on the 200-day. Here's the price, and I'm a little catch you up real quick. Wait, can I get it? No, I disappear. I don't get all the way over there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Right here, look. Just a little catch. A little catch action. Ooh, her new book. She loves this book, The Magic Treehouse.
Yes.
And she's been reading so
Raise your
much.
hand if you've ever seen the Magic Treehouse.
Raise your hands, guys. I've seen it. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
No school. Talking through a book. I'm talking through a book. I'm talking through a book. All right, check it out. So let's break down Link for what it is. It has some nice support and resistance lines that it's respecting well, okay? Obviously, all-time high, $20.25. I'm gonna call that. Maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher. You can argue all you want about that. And let's just I love to build the story, right? So Link had just a beautiful move up, and let's see if we see any fractals. Like, could this be where we're at here? And then you see how it moved. Again, similar to that Bitcoin up, the rally, the low, the two lows, the double bottom, the rally up to all-time highs. But look, the tank down. Yeah, anyway, but look, step up parabolic always does that. So it starts down here at 46 cents, makes its way all the way up to $4.55 with a 10x. Beautiful 10x, right? And then you just grab a fib on it just to kind of get, and I think this is important. Do you guys think this is a waste of time, or do you think it's important? I think it's important to check the history of the entire trade to really understand the price. Yeah, I'm just playing the vlog, no copyright, chill summer vlog music from October. So you probably know all this music, but anyway, so check it out. Tell me if you guys think this is a waste of time, or if you like me going back in time and kind of getting into what happened to Link really, and showing you the real story, and kind of seeking out what Link does, how it does, where the moves are. I'm interested in this. I think this is cool. If you don't think it's cool, okay, I apologize. If you just laughed right now, that was the point. So you're doing well. You're doing well. Anyway, so check it out. So Link goes all the way up here to about $4.55, right? But then it retraces to this, what's called a secret Fibonacci. Okay. This was taught to me by a mentor years ago. This is what's called a secret fib. And you can see it comes to play a lot. There it is, getting held up, a double bottom there on what's called the 706. Also, look, we also had the 200-day moving average kind of sliding in there again, holding the price up. Tends to be the last stop for the price a lot of times, especially if you can find confluence within a Fibonacci line. That can really be a key place where you could accumulate. Again, can we make a bowl? Because that's usually the time that we can. And it looks like we could have made somewhat of a nice bowl here, right? And then we started to go somewhat parabolic, and you would have drawn a parabola, hopefully, maybe, at that point. Got excited here. Possible cup and handle, But, we broke the parabola, retested this area here at 231. So from a high all the way, so we're starting at 46 cents. We get to 455. We get to a low of 157. We pump back to exactly the 382 Fibonacci level, if you can see that there. Exactly. We get rejected at about $3 bills, $2.97, $3 there. And we get to a low, 212, but we pump all the way back up to 311 to dump back down to this low at about 150. Look at that. So that's our low, right? And then again, you see, I love to see this. I like to study these areas. I like to understand these areas, because if we can get to know these areas well, we can really learn how to accumulate at the right time and how to be patient. This is the daily, so we can learn how many days it takes to get through the pain. Again, if you can round that bottom, right? Always look for some type of rounding. To me, that's pretty good of accumulation zone. A little slanted, but it's there. And I'm sure if we go back in time, we'll find some bullish divergence. But you can even see it here. Go to the 6 hour all we want. It will ruin the charts. I'm almost positive you can do this yourselves, but even that is a bullish divergence, because we have a move down, even with we swing to the wick, but definitely a move down on the candle. But here we have move up in the RSI. So you can even see it on a huge time frame. Well, you can see bullish divergence here. So I told you that was pretty close. That was kind of the called bottom. You'll find that bullish divergence calls the temporary bottom. Sometimes it comes back and retests later on in life. It's not guaranteed. Like here, look, we did come back down. Interesting, that's the same level that we retest. I can't wait to get to this story here. So you can see the Link bounces here at 155, and then it makes such a momentous move again. Back up to 488. Now, its previous high, it breaks that. Completely breaks that. And I would pull a fib for you, But I feel like it's unneeded. And I would say that you would say why, like Crypto Lifer, why I pull it not unneeded? Because I feel like when you can see something go up this high, so it goes up so high, right? It goes up this high. And then you also see, right, bullish divergence, a bearish divergence, which is so interesting, right? And it's very extreme too. Like when you get below the dotted line on the second high hill, that's a huge indication to get out of the trade, right? Like please, a double top, like this is like, it's almost like that's a beautiful place, you know. Look, if you flipped it upside down, it's a beautiful double bottom that breaks to the top, you know. And look, this is a rising wedge that breaks to the downside. Isn't it insane? So invert your charts a lot, you know. If you can see bearish indications in a bullish chart, right? That's how this might help you see it in a better way. Inverting is really awesome. I really think I encourage it. I encourage it thoroughly. And I didn't think I would so much, but I really do. Anyway, so check it out. There is the bullish divergence, and Link would tank from this 496 all the way back down to test 150. It would whip below to the next level here at, which was, look, previous resistance, which is 133, about 133 area, 137. That would become that low for Link. Then it does that like really ugly pennant, but it, you know, it is what it is. And it's better than nothing. And it ended up breaking out to the upside. And then we had our movement, and then wow, this was a move among moves. So it started from about 250, and this thing really just ran. I mean, that was such a beautiful time. And honestly, we're gonna get that again. It's gonna happen again, and we're gonna show you that time, April 6th to about August 16th, halfway through August, man. And I'll never forget it. It was quite a run. I thought we were in the bull run. That was like kind of gonna have little pullbacks like these, and we were just gonna be off. But no. So then it retraces again. What I like to see is these fib retracements. To me, these are in the important places to see what's going on. And see, what happens now is once I arrive here at this point, I feel like well vested in the next step. I feel less blinded by the price at the present moment and more in tune with like this as just a whole of what it really is. Now, one day, this section is going to look like this section. You see? And you're going to say, what do you mean? Well, let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay. That's what I love it. And they're so similar. They're fractals if you can't see them. I mean, it's that huge citadel pyramid, you know, mountain, if you whatever you want to call it. This double top was interesting. Similar to this double top here, it kind of looks like that. Like we went up, we had consolidation, double top dump. This is just a rushed version of it, double top dump. Pretty interesting, if to say the least. I see a little bit of a similarity there. Pull fib to that, see where the double top. Oh yeah, okay. Well, you don't really even have to pull the fib, I was gonna say, because it's 100% retracement. That's why I said I don't like, you know, I don't usually pull fibs on 100% retracement because I know it's like more than, like it's, you know, it's horrible. I'll do it for you, but you get what I'm saying? This is just an old mentor taught me that. He was like, hey, we don't need to pull a fib if we can physically see, like we started here and we ended up there. You know, we went 100%. Right back to the beginning. So it's like, you know, that's why I skipped the fib on there, because it's like, oh yeah. Now this is far more interesting. I really like to see what's going on here. So check it out. So Link goes all the way up, right, to about $20.25. And it retraces to the 786 exactly. Like, beautiful bounce. Then it bounces off the 706. Then it bounces off the 618. Then it comes and it kind of plays a little game in here in beautiful accumulation zone. Has some fun with the 0.5 fib. And then it falls all the way through all of them to wick back up. And now it's bouncing inside on the 618 and on top of the 200-day moving average, with the Stokes pointing up and the MACD pointing up. And in my opinion, that's a beautiful place to accumulate a coin. I bought a lot of Link last night. I'll be honest, not a lot, but you know, I added to my Link position around $11, $10. My phone's upstairs. I'll have to see what I added to. But yeah, I added last night. The price was about, I don't know, it must have been like 10.90. I'm telling you. Link has shot up pretty big today and won the daily candle. Look, if you can see, it opened at 10.98. The high was 3.29. This candle has 5 hours and 27 minutes left. So that means it's going to close at 7 o'clock tonight, my time. That's the right way to play Link. Good job. Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm doing so much work on it, you know. I wish I had gotten in here. I made the call that we would go here. I made the call a month ago. I'm still in shock of that call. You know, that it turned out right. I was just actually, all I did was pull a fib and expect it to go where I think it would go. You know, I didn't think it would, but you know, wow. $8. I wasn't around. This must have been Christmas Day or something. Let's see, Christmas Eve, the 2020. My sister was here. I don't know how I missed this. It's really weird. You know why? I must have been just playing XRP down and like so into that at the moment that I just didn't notice. I'm going to say that XRP stole the show for me there. This is weird for me not to see Link that low. I would have snatched up so much Link. I just think Link's great to accumulate. And look at what I love about these things is sometimes the wicks just come in handy, don't they? You take the base of this triangle and that gives you, you know, where you think this would kind of fall out from. And it also coincides with the 706 Fibonacci level. And, you know, fine, we wick down a little lower, but it still gives you the trepidation and the idea that, okay, you know, we're going to fall through. These break down 68% of the time. And it went to break out. It broke out nicely. Look, it got rejected by the 0.226, the 0.236, the 236. So it gets rejected by the 236 Fibonacci, which is insanity if you think about it. How well these Fibonacci levels work. Like, and all you do is time it to the top, and you can see, wow, price respecting these fib levels. Sometimes they come a little bit before or after support and resistance, right? Like this one kind of jumps support and resistance a little bit and wicks to the exact level of this Fibonacci level. It sucks when you're trading alone. I was in shorts that day on 10 coins. Couldn't get there to go long on Link at $8. Yeah, that's why, you know why? I like to play the long game right now. I like to use my money to accumulate the coins I want. I don't mind doing XRP down, or I don't mind doing a down coin. But you know, if the idea is to sell the down coin as soon as I can for a nice profit, to make sure I can accumulate the coins that I want. You know, like I've made my list. You know, and I'm sad that I didn't start accumulating Zilliqua like I should have. Like even on my own channel, I said it was a coin to accumulate at $3.035, and I didn't end up accumulating it for whatever reason. You know, you could blame it on life. You could blame it on I was into getting Bondly cards, and you know I was into some other stuff. You know, I 100%ed on Maha DAO at the time, so. You could say, okay, you know, there's always a plus and minus. You can't beat yourself up about this game. There's going to be so many opportunities in crypto. I just think you should do, you know what? Now I have a new checklist too. Because you need to be accumulating a coin that you want. You need to have long-term holdings in Bitcoin. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. If your goal is, fine, I only have $5,000. Then fine, I understand, you know, use that to trade altcoins. But every time you make a big hit in an altcoin, Buy $50 worth of Bitcoin and put it away. You make 120 bucks in an altcoin, put 40 bucks away in Bitcoin, 30 bucks, 10 bucks away in Bitcoin, at least. If every week, if some of your winnings, you can just take a little bit out and put it into Bitcoin, I really suggest it. I think you'll, in the long run, you'll be so happy that you did something of that nature. Trust me, man. I know all these altcoins are fun and everyone wants them, but at the end of the day, everybody wants them because they want to accumulate Bitcoin. And sometimes people lose Bitcoin trying to get these altcoins. So it can happen. Even me, look at me. I took a Bitcoin out and sold it around 17,200, man. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, it hurts. You know, I'm not perfect. I teach this. I'm poised. I do it all the time. But it doesn't mean I don't, every single trade I make is perfect. It was a great trade when I look back. I paid like $4,000 for it. I sold it for 17, but it would have been nice to sell for 28, right? Left a whole, like, what, 11 grand on the table? It was 0.7, so it wasn't a whole 11 grand. It was, you know, about $8,000. And I did put it into Band, and I did put it into other coins. So I have a huge, you know, a nice little fat stake in Band and IOST and VeChain. So, you know what? In the end, they may outperform that Bitcoin that I sold. But we'll see. You know, already Bitcoin outperformed that position. But hey, it's only been the beginning of the race. So I'm not going to beat myself up right now because I don't know if it was a bad or a good decision yet. A year from now, I might be like, wow, thank God I sold that 0.7 Bitcoin for VeChain, and look how much Bitcoin I have now. Way more than if I just kept that Bitcoin. We don't know really what I'm going to end up saying, right? I actually put a bunch of it into ETH, not a bunch, but I put some of it I put into 4 ETH too. So we'll see if those conversions help out. It sucks when you're trading alone. I was in short, yeah, but it was a great opportunity to make money on the futures. Saw that coming. Yeah, if you got into that futures wick right there, amazing. So anyway, where do I see Link going now? Well, I like it on the daily. It's pointing up on the Stokes, and it looks like it's about to rip through a MACD cross. So it's looking nice to me. Pump today really nice and hard off of the 200-day moving average as well. Let's look at the last time it touches the 200-day moving average, okay? The last 2 times that we've seen it. And just break these things down for you guys. Really simple too, right? So like you don't have to like freak out about it. It's just nice and easy. So check it out right here. Right here was a bounce, and we had a nice pump from about 150 all the way to 320. A nice 100% pump. Here we played games with it. We bounced kind of here. You could call this a bounce too, in my opinion, and we bounced nicely. Here we came up. We broke through. Maybe a candle got pretty close, and that began a run that was just absolutely insane. Here we bounced, and that kind of started this run up here. We didn't really touch it. We bounced once. We did a double bottom, and then we just kind of kept continuing. And now we're bouncing again. Kind of becomes the catalyst of a move to the high side, in my opinion. Okay? So we've done all that, right? Now let's look at what shapes we're in, and do we have anything to respect? So, and this is how thorough I am when I'm looking at things and how I break them down for myself. And you got to be able to micro, you know, is this, to me, this isn't a bowl. This isn't a cup. If I'm cupping it up, I say we can cup it up. Could also try to put it in a larger channel. So when you look at this wick doesn't look so scary anymore, right? But when you're thinking about it and when you're watching Link and you're like, oh my God, $8 Link. But like, this looks beautiful now. Respecting the bottom of the trend line, wicked back up into the pattern. A bit of a rounded bottom here. You know, I think this is wicking itself into a very small little channel. Up and down. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing here for Link. Personally. Let's see if we see, yeah, and we see like swing up to swing up. Swing up to swing up here. Bit of swing down to swing down or flat. You know, that's a bit of hidden bullish divergence in my opinion there. Could take this one though. I'll be honest with you, but hey, there's a chance you match this up with this line. A little bit of hidden. Slightly there. It's not perfect, I'll be honest with you guys, but there's no real bearish divergence at the same time. I think we're going to at least get to the top of the trend line here, 1438, 1467, and a chance we come back down to 1140 one more time. Or do we respect this bull? Bit of a double bottom there too, even though it's not perfect. See that? You know, if we do break out of this, let's just give both targets, right? And see what's realistic. But you would take the base of this and swing it up here. That would be your breakout. If we have this rally in January like everyone wants, like we're supposed to, and that puts Link back at 28 bucks. Last time I did this, I was right. Like I was doing Link, it was months ago, and I'm saying I'm sitting here with Link at $3, and I'm showing it's going up to some crazy highs, and it's like, what? So now I'm calling for a $28 Link. You know, I'm bullish on it. I really am. Very bullish on Link. 28 bucks. 27.94. 28 bucks. Now I could clone this and we'll see what we get, right? But do you really, in my mind, is Link going at $2.63? I don't think so, man. I don't. But hey, that's what the measured move calls. That's possible on the measured move, right? We do have some really, really strong resistance here, right here. And we have some support, I should say. We got some support and resistance here in these levels. Little tiny level there. Might as well respect it though. So there's your kind of Link chart. I mean, we break that and we gap up. I like Link right here. I think buying it down there was great last night. I couldn't believe I was getting Link at 11 bucks, 10.90. I was like, this is a steal right now, you know. Should have bought more. Is the only suggestion I have for myself. So there, we went over Link up, Link down, kind of really broke down Link for what it is. Right? I noticed that hidden bullish divergence is tiny pumps to continue down, but maybe I'm wrong. No, usually on a daily, that it's going to show you that there's going to be an extensive continuation to the upside. You know? Like here you had it really bad. Swing up to swing up. Here it is. This is where you want to see it. If I can isolate this for you, BS. This play, literally, I buy this blind. Whenever I see that big up, big down, I tell you, it looks like this island, Martha's Vineyard kind of reminds me of the vineyard. And you have a swing up to swing up. I'll try to pull this level so you can see it. You would make it from here to here. I'm just pulling it out so you can see it. From there to there. And you can clearly see that's the angle, right? And then if we take this down, even if we go all the way to this down end, which is not, you really want to find the end to ends. That's how it makes it really official. Like that's a definite end to end here. Like an end from the beginning to the end here. And then you pull it here. And I can show you this on multiple occasions. And it really is just a reset on the RSI as well. But right there, man, it's bullish divergence. It just tells you that the trend will continue. And then look what happened after that. The trend continued, you know. So what you do is you basically draw a trend line, which is the very similar to the line that you drew on the bullish divergence line. And you say, okay, well, this trend should continue to the upside. Dude, what's up, SSP, my man, my dude? What's going on, everybody out there? Love you guys. It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Just gotta chill and relax, right? Bitcoin's struggling, but having fun, doing its thing. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin in a second. I'd rather take a look at total 2. I want to take a look at 1. I don't know why. Something just told me to do it. So just relax, sit back. Don't get your panties in a bunch today. Excuse me if I've offended anyone. I hope I didn't. 1 in this beautiful double bottom that I've been working on for a long. I've been working on this. And when I mean working on, I mean I've been putting in that work. Just getting ready for the day, right? Look at the accumulation on 1. But beautiful double bottom, right? I still think we can get juiced up 160% on 1, man. And you know what? It's a Binance IEO. Yes, hidden bullish divergence is a continuation. It means things will continue to the upside. I thought I've covered this many times. I feel horrible right now. I'm going to cover it more in depth. I made a call on Fluent, okay, for you guys. Let me go back. I talk about Fluent a lot, right? We go over Fluent every maybe once or twice a week. I think I go over Fluent for you guys. And take a look at Fluent. Flying. Like, look at my target here at 611. And before Fluent had this big uptrend, it was right around, let's show you here. So look, number 1, it was in a falling wedge, right? Which has a 68% chance of break to the upside. Look at this gargantuan double bottom. So it's on its way to the top here. So I have a target of 750. And then it can get all the way up into the $12, $11 region. Really, like, insane moves coming for Fluent. Wow, that was just a parabolic run, though, for Fluent. Just in literally the last 3 days. Went from 426 all the way up. And I was even calling just for a 30% gain, bounce off support there. Interesting, but what we want to talk about is the hidden bullish divergence that I discussed. And right here, it's right here. Swing up to swing up. You see it? I'll pull the line down. Hard to see with all my like moving averages. But it's swing up to swing up. It's always when you have these huge gargantuan ups and downs. You have swing up to swing up. Usually the up should be very, very apparent. Right? And then if you go to those same areas and you connect, sometimes if you really need, you can draw Alt V just to let you see it. And you can go swing down to swing down, like something like that. Right? To the nice, you want to go to the nice apparent down. This is like a half down a little bit. That's like the level. And you match those. And if you can get that match going, like I just showed it to you on Link, right? It's the same pattern. And this is a stock. And boom, it says the trend will continue. So I made that call for Fluent at around 224. And I said, guys, you should buy this. It's going to go all the way. I kept bringing it up. I brought it up on the channel, I think, at least 20, 25 times. Maybe more than that. Maybe more than that. It had a lot going for it that made sense. Then it had support and resistance. It bounced off resistance, created that support line. I said, there's your another chance, 319. Looks like we're going to go to 750. We're on our way at 541. We're not too far away. So big things happen for Fluent. I guess I don't understand the hidden bullish divergence then. Dang. It's not necessarily a strong pattern. No, it's the strongest pattern I've ever used in my life to trade. Like literally, it's so funny you said that. Like when I see hidden bullish divergence, I enter the trade blind. Like blind. Like my mentor was like, dude, I buy this blind. Like I bought it blind many times. Let's see if we can see any on like some new coin. Like look at 1 inch. Everyone's wondering, should I get into 1 inch? Right? It just dumped after a nice little pump. I'll be honest, I took some profits. We got up. We didn't get all the way to my target. One of the first times we got to the first target, you can see, look, I had 2 targets. Always have 2 targets. You never know what you're going to get. And look, we got, it wasn't a bad buy though. 162 we got in. If you remember on the live stream, and this thing went all the way up to about 177. So it wasn't bad. But yeah, like 1 inch looks like it's bottom to the bottom. See, and now it's doing that double bottom. It did the double bottom here, broke out. Look like it's forming a bigger double bottom too. And again, like, can we make the bowl? You know, it's all about the bowl. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to find these same patterns so you can get comfortable with them, so you can buy into them, so they become your friend. And, you know, we don't know yet if this is a true bowl. To me, it doesn't have all the bowl features. It's the halfest bowl that we've seen in a long time. Another thing about this shady coin is you don't have a lot to go on. You know, I do think that was pretty much the bottom, though. Let's take a look. I think that could have been the bottom here at 116, in my opinion. No bullish divergence really, though. Interesting. Yeah, everyone's claiming this coin and selling it. Now, I haven't claimed my coin yet. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I can't claim it because I don't have access to it yet. So that's another thing we have to remember. It's like a uni. People were claiming it and slanging it. And now it's eventually going to bottom out at one point. People are going to decide they're done selling it. We just have to figure out that moment in time. It's pretty cool. Let's see this wick. This wick goes all the way to the beginning at 17 cents. So sad to say, like, we could put that as possible support, right? It is a previous place. Could we gap down that low? I mean, there's a chance. I'm not saying it's possible. It's going to happen. It's just a slight possibility. You know, I'd stay away from this right now, honestly, until it breaks this level and holds the support region. Like, right around here. Like, let it have some moving average, just gap up, and let it get above 147 and start playing games in there. Then I can have some faith that it's like, you know, if it drops, it'll drop to like a level of support. Like here, 131. You get what I'm saying? Then I don't have to be the first guy with my head on the chopping block waiting for this to pop. It does look good, though. You see, we have a bit of a double bottom forming. We're gonna keep coming up. You know, throw a sell order in, a buy order in at like 117. We might wick down. There's a chance. We're starting to form a double bottom here. Another one. Let's take a look here. Huh, interesting. 1 minute. Is this an inverted head and shoulder pattern? Which I'm trying to look at. Head. A couple shoulder actions. No real bullish divergence established. Interesting. I'll pull a Fibby on it. Hard to pull a Fibby on it because there's like... Pull a fib from this bottom spot too, right? Like, which is nuts, but like, isn't that kind of what I gotta do? Yeah, bouncing off the 618. Now it's getting close to the 718. I just put the support line here where we recently hit at 115. I'm going to watch it for a bit. I can't make a call on it though. It's kind of tough. You know, I also, I see a bigger pattern possibly too, like this. And we could be just coming down some more. We'll see. It's also in this pattern now I'm seeing too. I keep doing that even though I can make it right here with my hand. And we could be coming lower. See this big boy here? We could be coming down to the bottom here to the 706 at 107. Put a nice little order in, you might catch a wick down at 107. Thank you. Love learning. Shout out to you. So that's a possibility there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's playing some funny games. Apple's still holding that level that I told you, going sideways, like I said before, as it resets. Which is really, really, really good. Going a little sideways. A little messy work there, but yes. I still think you could still cop a little bit of Apple at the moment. I believe it's going to make its way all the way up to 165. That's my target out of the bigger pattern here on the daily. All the way up to 165. Apple. Just throwing that out there because it's at A's and I'm going by. Aave holding this new level that really likes. Strong support, wicking up here, forming a beautiful double bottom. So I think this is your chance. A beautiful project in a beautiful time, doing its thing. Show you here, I kind of had this pattern that I hoped it was respecting. And it seems to be at the moment. Up, down, falling a little short in these second areas, hitting support there, hitting support, hitting nice support again. So previous resistance, we pop there, becomes new support again. And if we see that, even if we just play the pattern and we get to the top of it, we respect it up here and we get up there, we could get all the way back to about 118. Be a nice pop. It's looking really good on the daily. MACD has a paint coming out, turning up here. Stokes are pointing out. This looks primed, honestly. 78.38. I would actually collect into this right now at the moment. Aave is a beautiful coin. When it pumps wonderfully. Like wonderfully. Look at these. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days straight. 1, 2, 3, 4 with one tiny bad day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice beautiful days. Hasn't done it. 1, 2. It's had some nice runs. Feel like it's coming for Aave. Double bottom here in a bit. Double bottom on the Stokes. Falling wedge here. Pointing up on the RSI. Yeah. I'm just going to take a picture of this and say very bullish on this idea in the trade group. Just so you guys know. What I'll do is I'll throw it in announcements, and then when it does, it goes out to the channel. Very bullish here. I am very bullish here. Will post trade if I enter. And there you have it. DGB. Can you look at ADA? My baby ADA. Yo, we're in the A's, and ADA's right next door. Do you want to look at ADA for Bitcoin? Or do you want to look at ADA? Because look at it. It's doing a beautiful double bottom here. Interesting. Got some old work. Might as well just kind of smack off. Now, it's to, honestly, am I going to go on a limb here? You guys tell me if I'm crazy. Is this a giant, like an absolute giant cup and handle? Or am I out of my mind? To me, that looks like a gigantuan cup and handle. That wants to blow. And there you go. You are crazy. Looks like the ETH BTC. I mean, I don't know, man. This could even be a giant double. You see, I'm getting crazy, but look. All-time highs, baby. You guys know I love my ADA. I'm a Cardano fiend. Love me my Cardano. Like, I'd never give it up. Like, you'd have to rip Cardano out of my cold, dead hands. Type of stuff, you know? ETH BTC looks like it's starting a new trend. We're going to take a look at that. That's important. Look at ADA now and the USDT pair. I like it better here. A little interesting, right? Let's take a look at ADA on the daily. Now, it's in this beautiful accumulation zone. Look, double bottom that blew up. Did exactly what it should have done. It's in a giant bowl, in my opinion, though. It really is. The bowl is way more apparent here than it was on the Bitcoin pair. So there. You'd even say it is in a cup and handle that popped. And it's starting to do its thing. Honestly, look. This is crazy. No one's really pointed this out. But ADA is breaking out of a cup and handle as we speak. I'm going to stand by that. With a nice little target. I'm bullish on ADA at the moment, honestly. It's looking nice. Daily looks like it's about to have a cross on the MACD and pushing up on the RSI and pushing up on the Stokes. Okay. You could say this is a double top, so we'll see that, but we boomed up. That kind of negates that. We should have kept falling down. We'll see what happens, though. I'm open-minded to all things. Beginner's mind, beginner's mind. But yeah, we're forming a bit of a bull flag. Temporary short-term target for ADA is boom. You know, we'll bring it down here to that resistance area at about 22, 23 cents. So I think ADA is about to pop. I mean, I don't think the chart conveys the message that ADA looks bullish to me. 45% gains coming out of ADA, starting to form somewhat of a parabola. A parabola. A parabola. A parabola. A parabola. Did you say a parabola? I said a parabola. A parabola. A parabola. Someone just comes on my channel like, who up? Hi, Sam. Thinking about pulling out of YFDI and wait for the Bitcoin dip. Sold my little bit of Bitcoin and ETH since I was finally in profit. Many saying Bitcoin could go up to 30K, but will go down again. Thanks, Sam. I mean, I'm long on whatever I'm in. Like, right now, I'm not trying to get in and out of stuff at the moment. Like, I'll hold my YFDI. Let's take a look at YFDI on a chart. Show you what's going on. CoinTrader Pro. Yeah, but really bullish on ADA. I think we covered ADA pretty well there, guys, right? I think it's looking nice. That's a breakout of a cup and handle. Sometimes it's not as easy to see. You know, and it should cup more. You're right. It's really an upwards cup. It's not a perfect cup, but it still came back down to this area that it came down here. It formed a rounded area. We could round it a little better. See? We can get a little closer to the top. Thanks for ADA, guys. That is my largest holding. ADA? You're a smart man. You're a smart man. Good for you. I'll be with you on the beach one day. We'll laugh together. It's my third largest holding. Please do, Zem. Could use your insight. Okay, we're going to look at YFDI on CoinTrader Pro. CoinTrader Pro. I bet I have this I have this bookmarked, but then I'm, still doing this all the time. Sometimes you go there and you don't go to the chart viewer though. Yeah, YFDI took a little bit of a hit. Look, see, it was in a rising wedge with a 68% chance of break to the downside. And it decided to do that breakdown. Now, we'll see what's going on now with it. To me, this was a fractal that looked very similar. You'll see these areas kind of fit pretty well. Looks something like that to me, right? Pretty damn close. And it would continue to break out from there, So we could even pull this down here. So forming this broadening wedge. Right now the Stokes are low on the daily, and the MACD is about to turn up, and this thing looks very, very bullish. So I wouldn't sell YFDI right now, personally. I'm also invested, so I'm going to be biased a little bit. But even now, look, I mean, the Stokes are pointed. If the Stokes were up here, I would say, hey, maybe not a good time. You know, honestly, this isn't financial advice, too. Get yourself a financial advisor, please. This is for entertainment purposes only. You know, you buy and sell that button on your own. But at the same time, like, I'm not doing it. You can do what you would like. But I decided, you know, I'm going to hold this thing. You know, let's see if it makes a right shoulder. A little bit of a worry there that it could be making a shoulder, head. Does it make a possible right shoulder here? Something lower? I'll be looking for that. That wouldn't be, it could come all the way back down to this $1,000 region, to a bit of a BART head, and then continue its rip up. It's very possible. It's had a nice run. It's had a very, very beautiful run. So these things are possibilities for YFDI, right? We'll see. We had a really nice high top here, about 3,800. Absolute insanity, right? That we did get that high. Let's go look for some like other like time frames here that make sense though. See if we can see some support and resistance lines. Doesn't have a lot, right? If it falls through, it falls pretty fast. Doesn't have a lot of support and resistance. I like to see it with the market caps at. Also, the 4 hour also bullish. So we're bullish on the 4 hour and the daily. Tells me that there's a big move coming for YFDI to the upside. And that's just what I see happening. And if we have an altcoin move in the next January too, this thing could be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. That's why I wouldn't touch this thing. My goal was to sell it at $40,000 around June or July, and I'm sticking to that goal. You know, maybe it won't happen. Maybe we'll get somewhere into the 20s. But I'm really bullish on this long term, and I don't plan on getting out of it anytime soon, unless I have to. If it breaks this level here, $2,000, I may get out and then buy back in at around 1,000, because it could gap down if it breaks through the 17.6 level. But right now, that big wick is telling me something. It's one of the biggest wicks we've had in a while for it, besides this downward wick. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Let's see if we have any bullish divergence as well on like a smaller time frame, to give us kind of any idea that, yeah, see, I'm starting to see something good. Go back to the 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sign. We take a swing low here on the price, right, to a swing low there. That's a really downward line. And then if we do the same thing here, we're kind of on an uptrend, if not, we're still in somewhat of a downtrend. Yeah, no, we go from there to there. Yeah, that's an uptrend for sure. And sometimes if you're not sure, you can always zoom in on the oscillator, because look, we thought it was. Now it's a slight downtrend. But to me, it's nowhere near the angle that we're absolutely in. It's pretty flat. I call it secret divergence. To me, it's pretty bullish, in my opinion. So still somewhat of a bullish diversion in that area there, somewhat forming. Not too strong though, could be better. I agree, but it's pretty they're not the same. They're flat here, while it's very jagged down here. I mean, it's secret hidden bullish divergence, in my opinion, if anything. So I still like where we're at here with YFDI. It's sad that it did take that dump. You can see it fell through these areas. 3,800 was a nice sell. I was a little greedy not to sell there. Maybe I should have. Could have gotten back in now on the low. But you know what? I'm going to keep my stake and keep it rocking. And I kind of stick to my plan. My plan is not to sell it for at least 4 or 5 months. So that's the plan. I'm sticking to it. Okay, now we're going to look at XEM, right? DGB possibly too. We're about to cross D, so we'll go by the Ds and we'll hit DGB. Let's take a look at Cody while we're at it though. I won't spend too much time, but you see Cody was in this cup and handle I had for him. It did boom out, came back down, hit this very strong support area, which is 3861 for Cody. Now it's playing games here after breaking into a second high, and it's looking really good on the daily. So I think Cody's about to continue to break out, honestly. Also, we see that same formation I was telling you about, but in, you know, a little bit of a smaller context, but up really high trend with a downtrend. But if we swing this up to down, it's definitely pretty much an uptrend, you know. You see that? And if we swing it here, the same down point, swing low to swing low area here, we get kind of a downtrend. And that's what's called hidden bullish divergence. It's starting to play out. It tells me that the trend will continue. You say, what trend? Well, you got to find the trend. The trend is you draw this line here. Okay, so it tells you this trend will continue. Might come back down to the trend line at the low at 44.8. But then this thing will rip. If you get it anywhere between 4.8 and 5, I think Cody's a steal and on its way to higher places. Targets are all in green here for you. Already kind of leveled out. We got 6.8, 7.8. We can gap up very fast to 7.955. And then if we can get all the way to the top, up to back to 9 cents for Cody. Huge gains if Cody can do what the charts convey. We're talking 90, 95% gains for Cody. Looking good. Cup and handle, hidden bullish divergence. Seeing some good signs on the daily. Let's take a look at the 4 hours, showing some signs of flat movement, kind of sideways. A little high in the Stokes though, needs to cool down. Same as the 1 hour. So yeah, like I think it's going to come back down to that trend line on the daily around 4.8, and you'll be able to scoop it up on the low and ride it to the highs. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence right there. So cool. EGLD, man, I'm holding a position in this. I'm checking out where it's at. Getting heavily wicked off the 236 Fibonacci level. Seeing like it's very bullish. Also starting to touch the 21-day moving average, which to me is a great sign. Continue there. Also, that is, to me, definite hidden bullish divergence. You have swing low to swing low, which is a very high, right? And then even if you took this swing low to that swing low, it's a downtrend. Even if you took this one, they're pretty flat. They're not close. Let's zoom in on that and see what it looks like. But yeah, to me, it's divergence when that is that much of a difference than that. They'll hit each other. And we're kind of scooping up here on the Stokes and the daily. I like this buy here. EGLD at about 22875 might be your ticket to the high side. This thing wants to rip and continue. It's really a wanted coin, known coin. Seems to be holding a strong fib level with some confluence with a moving average. So, yeah, EGLD, man, something you really might want to keep on your radar. Definitely in the long run. So we check it out now. We have, let's see what's up with ETH, because I wasn't that bullish on ETH at the moment, but it's starting to rip again. 699, continuing to do something crazy. Looking good on the daily. We're getting across on the daily. You can just trust that cross and, let ETH begin its move to the high side. I'm still holding my ETH. I didn't sell the position by any means. It's not a huge position. It could be bigger, and it's not my only position. It's one of a few. But it's, it's decent for today, decent for now. I am underwater in a few things because I started to accumulate, and it wasn't always the best time. But right now, I'm underwater in a band position, holding a lot of band. I got in 1400, 500. I laddered in too, trying to do the right thing. And I decided I was going to make a long-term hold, and I'm just, I'm not going to take losses on these and shoot them off. I'd rather hold band. If it goes down to $4, so be it. I'll hold this band for months if I have to. It's okay. But here, this ETH position, $2,400. We're up $200, 8.1%, about 3.1 ETH. We did buy it on 12.16, so been in the position for a while. For it to finally go above ground is nice to see that. Wow, Bitcoin pumping pretty heavy right now. Probably wanting to take ETH back up with it to the 700s, which is beautiful. A beautiful thing. And this is going to pump a lot of altcoins as well. Any USDT pair that you're in is going to kind of want to move. 1 inch may be pumping off of this move. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real fast, and then we'll get to DGB and XEM. Bitcoin at 27,000. Amazing, right? Look at it, it's looking bullish in the 1 hour. About to have a cross. To me, that's all I need to see. Right now, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I posted this chart in my group going up to 29,000. I think it's in this broadening wedge. It's going to respect it. It's going to keep coming, and it's going to come up all the way to the top of it. I think it then comes back down to this level here, 28.2, where it kind of bounces around. We're going to see from there, but that's my ultimate, temporary move target here. You'd say, okay, but what about the MACD turning down? Well, let's take a look at it. It is turning. I'm a little worried about it, but I think it could flip up on us and create another hill. We'll see what happens. Stokes are also pointing down too, which isn't a great sign. So I think if anything, it goes sideways here or down a little bit more into a bit of a pennant. But right now, it's respecting that trend line. At 26.57, it bounced off really hard, came back up. Respected this trend line very, very, very nicely. Look at that double bottom it formed. Somewhat of a bit of a, and also is bullish divergence. You can see because we got some swing lows here, but we don't have that on the RSI. We have something completely different. We have a swing high. So to me, yeah, that says that I keep talking about how divergences create the patterns. I say it almost every day now. I love repeating myself because it makes sense. Now, I'm not always, looking at the bright side. I'm always showing you reality. This is a shoulder. Is this a head? Are we going to form a right shoulder only to bounce back down to this level here, which would make sense, down to about 25. I would love to see us test 25K. I would like to see 25K become a really strong level and say, you know what, we don't need 20K anymore. I'm your new guy. You can beat up on me now, I'm just something to think about, right? We didn't play too many games at 25K. And it's such an important level, right? That mid-level, 25K, 25,000, like Bitcoin. So it would make sense if we do make another shoulder here. Maybe we get high in the night, 28. We touch 28.2 one more time. Well, I want to get frisky long one more time on this 1 hour and let it play out. Let's see how the 15-minute looks. 15-minute is kind of beginning its move. Had a nice run, double bottom up, now pushing up here. Could it be the catalyst? It's not over yet, so it still has some movement here. Let's take a look at the 1 minute as well. 1 minute wants to roll down. See it go sideways, but when that 1 minute resets, I may open up a futures trade. I closed my last one up about 46%. May open up another one. Thinking about doing that. Snatching a little bit here and there. The only reason is, should have gotten in on the low, honestly. The reason why I like it is the 15-minute has room to move, and the 1 hour still wants to pump. So, yeah, the 4 hour isn't great. I'll be honest. It's not in our flavor. That could hurt us in the long run, right? But right now, the 1 minute, the 1 hour looks pretty good to me, and that could carry us up for at least back up to this level here, 27.8. Nice little $600 pump, which would be great on a futures trade. So just something I'm thinking about on a futures trade. We take a look at the 5 minute too. It seems like we're forming a bit of a bull pennant. Kind of shrink it down to size here. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. Bottom of the pyramid, we're coming back up. We could hit the top, 27.4, get rejected down. This is possible too. So here's some possibilities for you. Just kind of giving you guys a storyline. I mean, this is the 5 minute, so What do we break down on retest 25K, which would be interesting. Something cool to put out. Just a thought. I'll put in my announcement and say just a thought. Any comments? We'll see what people think of that and how they feel about it. Still a nice pump going though, I'll be honest. Double bottom here. Trying to see if there's a different pattern at play as well. We could play this game, which a lot of people I see are playing. They're playing this game. Playing this game here, which we kind of were playing on the daily, right? Put us back up to that 29.29, back to 28.4. The same kind of idea that the daily's showing us, but just on the 5-minute. Interesting, right? So we're in a bigger pattern, we're in the same pattern, kind of a microcosm of the bigger pattern, which is interesting, to say the least, right? With a 4-hour, that pattern, see? Pretty good breakdown, in my opinion. Pretty thorough, the way we kind of we're looking at this. 7-minute looking okay. But yeah, there you go. So these are some possibilities. We break this trend line here, that'd be a big move for Bitcoin. So if we get above 20,000, if you see Bitcoin at 27.5, that means we broke this trend line. And that might be a nice long. Just kind of jump on that freight train as we get up to 28.786. Might get rejected again by 27.900. Very good chance. Very good chance. Okay. Just sold all my ADA after. I would out you like it. Just sold all my ADA after one would out like it. Damn, I don't know what you're saying, but damn, I don't know why would you sell all your ADA. DGB, a coin I don't look at ever almost. Because look, I don't even think it's one of the few coins I don't have on my list. Let's take a look at DGB. I don't know why, I get a weird feeling when I think about it too, which was really weird. It doesn't happen to me all the time. But I get a really strange feeling from it. That's weird. I can't explain that. It's just, the coin gives me the heebie-jeebies. Isn't that weird? Doesn't make sense, right? I don't know. Pops pretty hard, I hear, but it looks like it pumps and dumps. Like it might just dump right back down again, like it did here and here and here and there. Every time it's went up in its life. Yeah, good idea, man. Definitely should sell it all. Yeah, see, Polkadot is the most popular network for staking. $3 billion worth of DOT tokens are at stake. Layer 1 blockchain Polkadot is the most popular network when it comes to staking. According to Block Research, nearly $3 billion worth of DOT, Polkadot's native token, are at stake. The figure means DOT token holders have deposited $3 billion worth of funds with Polkadot validators for earning passive income. Cardano follows Polkadot at the second most with $1.79 billion worth of ADA staked. And wow, Tezos and EOS are ranked 3rd and 4th by staking value. Each have roughly $1.4 billion. That's why they don't move too much, you know. You see they don't move a lot, these coins, you know. Anthony Scaramucci and his $25 million, right? What China's hydropower consumption park means for Bitcoin mining, it's a big deal. After Brexit, we could just kind of glaze over some of this cool news. Coinbase and Genesis Bitco are talking to Wall Street's biggest banks about crypto custody, mapping out 10 most active crypto funds. 2020 investments. Yeah, I did stake Wise. Up to you again. This is financial advice. Give yourself, your own research. Do yourself your own research and all that fun stuff. Here's a link chart kind of getting posted. Kind of funny idea that we would go back to $3.30 and go to 120 bucks. Very possible. That would be amazing, right? To get it back at $3 to pump it again. A lot of times they bring it down to the lows before they pump it all the way. Isn't that funny? I've seen that many times. Like, look, this, you thought you missed it, you thought you missed it, you thought you missed it. Then they brought it all the way to the low again. Right here. Only to pump it all the way back up. How crazy. Like the lowest it's ever been. Look, you never got it this low, DGB. You see that? I've been seeing a pattern like this, and it's pure manipulation. Because this goes through all this accumulation, all this up and down, all this, and then some big billionaires like, yeah. I'm going to bring it down to where I need it, and then I'm going to bring it to where I want it, and then I'm going to get out. See you later. I don't like this coin, man. I think it's a pump and dump coin. And maybe I'm wrong. I got a bad feeling on this coin. I rarely say that. I probably never had said that, honestly. Something about this coin just doesn't sit right with me. I'm probably missing out on the biggest opportunity in my life and being really slow. And I'm willing to accept that. But I don't know what it is, man. I'm not feeling it, dude. I don't even really want to do. I did a little bit, and what I saw I don't like. How's that? Okay, let's take a look at NEM, a coin that I do like. Very interesting project. Maybe your instincts are right. Who knows, man? I don't know why I'm feeling that way about that thing. I've always felt that way about it, too, for a long time. I can't explain it. Like, DGB, like, what is it? Like, what does it even do? Never heard anyone, like, make a great video on YouTube. Like, this is why I love DGB. You know? Now I gotta find out what the heck it is, right? Before I hate on it. Like, what is it? Watch, we'll find out it's, like, the coolest project ever. And now I'm gonna be, like, the biggest fan. I'm gonna start accumulating it. Oh, it's Digibyte? I know Digibyte. Damn, I knew this coin. I didn't realize this. We use DGB, right? Yeah. I know this coin. This is Digibyte. It's not the worst coin in the world. Funny, wow, I was hating on Digibyte. This is actually one of the first few coins I told one of my friends to buy back in 2017. I was like, yo, I think DigiNote and Digibyte. I was like, yo, these are going to be huge, man. This Digibyte. And then we got hacked together on Cryptopia, and it was really sad. Crypto's been a crazy game for a lot of people, including me. What coin pick? What your coin pick for the end of the year? What does that mean though? Like don't give any breath in alts. Dominance. Yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's do our job today. CHZ though, hold on. They're gonna pump this coin to no end. Trust me on this. They're gonna pump this coin to no end, regardless of dominance. They're gonna pump this coin. It's gonna go up 41%. Mark my words, man. Mark my words. They will pump CHZ to no end. To no end. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. At 70. Wow, 43, right? And pumping. Look at it's pumping hard right here. Look at this. Take a look at the Stokes pointed up. Wants to have a nice double top again. That can be a big, substantial move. Looks like alts are about to get wrecked again. That's so sad, man. I don't get it, but it is. Look, we're oversold. We are overbought though. Double top in here. And do we see some bearish divergence? We do. We do. We see strong bearish divergence. Like swing up to swing up here. Either way, you could take the wicks or you could take the candles. Whatever you want. It's about the same angle. So I could put it anywhere I want, really. Because it represents the same decision. And then here we have bearish divvy. But we're curving up on the Stokes. Curving down here on the MACD on the daily. Doesn't look good for it on the daily. Looks like we're going to come back down. Nice fat candle here. I feel like we're extending and we're going to have some more pain on the 4 hour. So that's great. You're right. 1 hour looks good. So we're going to scoop back up. Maybe come back up to 71, 72. Hit a moving average or two. Yep, and I said good for alts, bad for alts. I drew this little triangle here. And it's sad because it did what I didn't want it to do. I said good for alts, bad for alts. And I don't know if did anyone see this. I posted this, I'm pretty sure, in group. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to copy this yourself and put a little alert there. And if you hear it go over, I wouldn't be getting into all positions. Right? If you hear it go down, I would be getting into all positions. And I kind of laid it out. I gave you the key to how to make money and how to understand the market. This is what I did when I posted this for you guys. I hope everyone's understanding this stuff. Or understanding how to use my knowledge to their advantage. Like, I hope you don't see a chart like this and then, because lately I'm seeing I post something like this and then people just like continue, just like, then I see dominance go up and people just continuously posting altcoin setups, which is fine. I mean, I don't care. You could do what you want. You can overtrade yourself. But what I'm trying to say is there's a time and place. And right now it's going to be a lot harder to trade the alts than it's supposed to be, right? It just, these are the facts of life. So, anyway, we did get a drop. Let's see what's going on now. A little bit of a V-shaped recovery going to the side. We could say we're in a bit of this angle here. Something like that. Okay. Now, this could continue to the upside or to the downside. We saw it break to the upside for Link. Link had one of these that broke nicely to the upside. So there's a chance this does break up. Yeah, no, people, I think YFI will be a good one. Definitely something to think about. So Bitcoin dominance, though, if it continues up, that's going to be God for everything. Everything. So taking a look at it right now, the 4 hour doesn't look too good. Looks like we're going to have a cross here. Stokes pointing down on the MACD. Bearish divergence here as well. Okay. And we have that also on the daily. And we're curving down. So I hope that this begins to play out in our downside. That is an engulfing candle as well. So that's an engulfing candle. When you can move this green candle into this candle, that's a huge sign that we're on our way down, 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 down. So I think alts are going to be great. I'm actually very bullish on alts due to this. So I didn't see this before. So on the 12 hour or even on the daily, so fine, on the 12 hour, we have a red engulfing candle. I mean, that's huge. It's a huge candle, man. The daily, not so much, right? But maybe we can extend. There's a chance we can extend this down too. Playing some games, we'll see what happens. So it's not guaranteed. Right now, the daily has bearish divergence, and we see a bearish engulfing candle on the 12 hour, 8 hour, 6 hour, 4 hour. 4 hour, it's giant. Like if you saw this, you wouldn't. This is a textbook bad sign for any stock or trade. So right now, I'm bullish on altcoins. Very, very bullish on altcoins. Did I really miss INJ? Is it in the $5 region now? NBS too just continues to rip. NBS, something to watch, man. New Bitcoin, new bit shares. Bit of a shoulder, head, and another shoulder forming here. Very interesting. We'll throw a neckline on this, kind of get a gauge of where we're at. Find a target. Come back to all-time highs, NBS. Interesting. Looking good on the 4 hour too, forming a bit of a double bottom here. And we just saw that dominance may break for us with that engulfing candle. You know, this could go up 69% from here. Very interesting. NBS. Liking what I see right now on the bigger picture. We just played this time frame. Yeah, we had a golden cross here. Everything's still looking good. We're all set up. 21 day was about to hit the 50, cross back up. Moving up in the world. So I think we have some alt season coming, man, from that red engulfing candle. I really think that we kind of unlocked the future here. This channel did it right now, right there. That's it for me. You guys do what you will. You short all you want or buy down tokens, or, you know, I will not be doing that. I'm going to stay long. Let's take a look at synthetics playing games at 8. This is going to continue to pump, and I'll tell you why. Breakdown came off support here, broke up. Now it has new resistance and support. Showing that line here, 8099. Really looking good. Look, 4 hour is about to rip on all these coins. Daily is a little spent on this, though, so watch out for that daily. That could tell you may want to wait for it to cool down and cook. It did hit my exact target at 850. It broke out. I talked about this, put it out there. We went over it, inverted head and shoulders, similar to where we have NBS right now. So remember that. Same pattern NBS is in, and then look what it ended up doing. So sometimes it takes a couple weeks, though. You got to be patient. I ran this up just from like 640 to about 720 and got out. So I made some money inside of the move, but I didn't get all of it. And I wasn't planning on either, too. I was happy that I got what I got. I'm so impressed with data going all the way. But look, about to put out another engulfing candle. Very close. It's not an engulfing candle, but it damn well may be. You know, it is on the 12 hour. And look what happened there. Your second candle, boom. And this starts a downtrend for sure. At this point, you have to pull a Fibonacci and find out where you're at. You can pull a Fibonacci from there on the 12, or you can get big on the 6 on the daily. I like to get big on the daily, see where I'm really at. So let's take a look at this real quick, because everyone wants to know, like, I miss theta. How do I get back into theta? Where is theta going? And, you know, I would just put sell orders about at 98 and 79 and hope they catch. Honestly, I would make it real simple for yourself. Don't break it down. Use the 0.5 and the 618. Maybe throw one more extra one down here at 69 if you get lucky. That could be your levels for theta, honestly. And then it'll cup itself back out of here, you know? Yep, ZIL, same thing. It's going to have to kind of retrace a little bit and come down. Where does ZIL come? Where do the chips fall for ZIL? Ziliqui, Ziliquam, Ziliquai. I'll tell you a little story about a boy named Ziliquam. The Ziliqua man. He was made out of Ziliqua. He bounced off the walls because he was made of this Ziliquelli formula. No idea what I'm saying. But yeah, Ziliqua will have a retracement. 0.5 right there. 0.618, same. 4.7 and 5.7. Just like Link does, just like all the biggest boys, man. Link, everyone loved it. It was unstoppable. Nothing could happen to it. And you know what? Form its cup and get on out. And make this a new high. And this will be tiny. And you'll see it all the way up in the stars. At 14 cents for Ziliqui. But yeah, man. For sure. Let's take a look at YFII. You were talking about that. You wanted to take a look at it. It's at 1497. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Okay, so let's check it out. I like where it's at right now, considering, because I love these rounded cups. We discuss this all the time in the channel, and when it touches the cup, that's really where you want to start accumulating. Wow, this could be a nice play right now. YFI up, actually. Might take a look at that. Daily looks really nice. Stokes are pointing up, and the MACD is pointing up. Little bit of a falling wedge too. MACD pointing out, came down low, resetting on the Stokes. We're really low here too on the USDT pair. This is very interesting. YFI, this thing was all the way as high as what was it now? Came out at about 10,000. Interesting. The sister coin to YFI is YFII. Okay. Formed a bit of a head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. Hit the bottom of the pattern, which you can see down here, which is right around there, wicked back up, and now it's in the accumulation zone. Let's take a look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour and see what this really looks like. Forming a falling wedge here, and then forming a double bottom pattern. Very interesting, and it's bullish. The 1 hour is not bullish. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour isn't too bullish either, although it did just get a flip up. These flip ups can be very bullish. Turn up there could turn into something pretty extreme. You see a bit of a head and shoulder pattern here forming as well, even on the MACD, which I don't see all the time. So that's some strong moves there. Also a head and shoulder pattern on the RSI. See that? Stokes are starting to point up again. This is looking bullish to me, and a bit of a double bottom, right? Interesting. Interesting. And there's the inverted head and shoulder. Here's your head, and there's your shoulder. It's harder to see. It's slanted. And then it forms the double bottom on the right side. This looks bullish to me. $1,500 buy right now for YFI looks very bullish. Looks like this might kind of boom up when we get a little bit of sideways action in Bitcoin. Things are a little risky right now, but I kind of want to say that that's a call, but I'm not going to go as far as to maybe enter there. But I'm you know, if you're already bullish on this and you want to get some established position, this could be a nibble point, in my opinion, at the very least. XRP down. Is there more down for XRP? Stokes say no way, not right now. Dailies spend as well. Looks like maybe XRP up. Yeah, XRP up looks better to me than XRP down. If I had to make a call on it, seems like it formed a nice bottom here. Take a look at the 4 hour. What kind of pattern are we dealing with? Ugh, some really ugly weirdness going on here below all the moving averages, but we're pointed up on the Stokes on the daily and on the 4 hour, which is very strong. That's confluence and movement. 379 on XRP up. Bit of a double bottom too forming. Let's take a look at XRP. Now I have some news on XRP. And the idea here is, suppose XRP got together with the SEC and they said, you guys got to sue us, and we'll go through the lawsuit and we'll use your framework to create new crypto framework. He said that someone must have sat and said, this is the only way it's going to work, because they're going to fight us tooth and nail to give up control unless we use their system against them. So the idea is that XRP knows they're getting sued, and this was actually a move by XRP and the powers that be to kind of come together and do something of this strange nature, to enforce real crypto laws to actually end up being established. That's kind of the idea here that we're looking for. So I'm sticking to it, guys. I'm sticking to it. But there we go, man. I thought we had a great show. We did a lot. We talked a lot. It's 3 o'clock now. Time is flying by. And yeah, it'll be dark out soon, which I can't believe it. But that's what happens on these days, these dog day afternoons. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Earl Wallace, Hadouken, Jesse B, Robert Cox, Theo Wrench, BS Social Swap, Nat Lee, Hadouken, my dude, SSP, my man, Love Learning, holding it down, Denise, love you, and everyone else that will watch the stream when I'm not here. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. And I'll leave you with our last mantra and our, most beloved phase of the day, as you all know. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Peace.